today. So where did it all start? Well, let's go all the way back to December 10th, 2011 at the Game Awards, where Epic Games announced a new game called Fortnite. They announced Fortnite with this teaser trailer, and it's nothing like what Fortnite trailers look like nowadays. Now here's a clip from the trailer they showed 13 years ago.
Hey, put the camera down, man. It's showtime. All right, clear! Put on the generators! Oh, here they go! The generators now!
This trailer shows a completely different Fortnite from the one we know today. This version of Fortnite looks to be some sort of a horror survival game, kind of like Call of Duty Zombies and Minecraft. The game looked very different. It wasn't vibrant and happy like the game is now, but it was more dark and scary. Save the World wasn't doing too bad, but it didn't make Epic's pockets happy. So Epic notices that Battle Royales are doing great. So in just a few weeks, Epic announces a Battle Royale version of Save the World called Fortnite Battle Royale.
Fortnite.
It's free.
No one thinks this is going to be a massive game, but some people decided to give Fortnite a try. This game contained 100 players dropping out of a blue bus, landing on a big vibrant map. You loot weapons and a zone slowly shrinks, making players fight each other until there is just 2 players left. At this time, everybody wanted to get their first win, but everyone was garbage, and when it was just 2 people left, you would be shivering with nervousness. It might have taken people hundreds of games to get their first win, but at one point it finally happened. This game was fun, and the best part was that it's free. Fortnite gained over 10 million players in just their first month, and it just kept on getting bigger with the release of Fortnite Season 1. Skins are finally in the game, like Renegade Raider and Aerial Assault Trooper. And there's even an item shop where you can buy stuff with V-Bucks. Later on, we also got a Halloween update called Fortnitemares, which brought things like the Pumpkin Launcher, Gold Trooper, and Skull Trooper, which soon was claimed by this guy named Myth. Myth is the guy that changed one of Fortnite's most important assets called building. Epic added building to the Battle Royale so people could build bases or forts, whatever you want to call it. But Myth changed building because he was doing things with building that no one was doing at the time. Like what we call today cranking 90s. Like for example, he eliminated a Twitch streamer just by building higher than him.
He kept building up and building up and building up, and I couldn't catch him.
Later, players found out that instead of fighting to win, you could just hide in bushes and no one would find you. And others decided to hide in the sky by building sky bases and hope no one looks up. Soon, Fortnite released an update. They fixed many bugs like the pump being a literal sniper and added a new item called the launch pad. Epic was releasing new updates constantly for free, which is what made the game so different from the others. And the game soon gets another update known as Fortnite Season 2. Epic adds a new location on the map called Tilted Towers, and pretty much everyone is landing here. The Boogie Bomb gets added with mini shields, the minigun, the silenced pistol, the crossbow, the first ever battle pass with the Black Knight, and the floss emote.
I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my god.
There's this streamer on found out when you shoot an RPG, you can jump on top of the missile and ride it, which soon was known as rocket riding. Later, this guy named Daquan finds out you can use 2 pump shotguns and switch them around to deal more damage, but unlike rocket riding, Epic decides to remove it from the game. Now there are 45 million people playing Fortnite. But now here comes Fortnite Season 3. Fortnite is now a mainstream game. It's now on the news. Your friends are playing it. People are playing it at school. And it's pretty much everywhere at this point. With Season 3, they added Lucky Landing, Guided Missiles, Deagles, Clingers, Llamas, and a new battle pass with the fake John Wick skin, Lust Lord, and Take the L. Epic added turbo building, which made building so much easier. Everyone knew Fortnite was an insanely big game, but then Ninja plays Fortnite with Drizzy Drake and breaks the Twitch viewership record. Now Friday Fortnite is a thing. It's a weekly tournament where duos try to get the most kills every Friday. But what changed Fortnite even more than everything that has happened is the storyline. Everyone notices a meteor in the sky and it crashes into Dusty Depot, starting Fortnite Season 4. Dusty Depot is not called Dusty Divot. There's hot procs, stink bombs, bouncers, jetpacks, shopping carts, and another battle pass with the orange shirt kid getting his justice. And now Fortnite is doing their first ever collab with Marvel. They added Thanos to the map with his gauntlet and everyone's trying to get it. Because when you get the gauntlet, you actually become Thanos, and it was really OP. Like, if you saw Thanos, you'd be running. Remember how I said Ninja was known as the best player? Well, forget about that, because now there's this new guy named Tfue.
Oh! Oh!
During this time, people were debating and fighting over if Ninja or Tfue was better. But Epic tells everyone to get on Fortnite at a very specific time, and millions of people are actually getting on at this time for the first ever Fortnite live event. This was crazy, not just because it was the first Fortnite live event. This was the first ever live event in gaming history.
Oh, they got right in front of it!
No way!
Oh! God, what? Yo!
A huge rocket launches into the sky, flies around the map, and crashes into the sky, causing a huge rift to open up in the sky, leading us into Fortnite Season 5. Paradise Palms gets added along with Viking Village, Lazy Links, ATKs, and SMGs become the best weapons in the game. Fearless and CD are actually uploading constantly. Soon, Big Purple Lightning strikes the map, and this big purple cube spawns. This cube didn't have a name, so the community decided to call it Kevin. Kevin soon starts rolling around the map and finally gets to Lazy Lake and falls into the water, starting to melt into it and turns the water purple and bouncy. Soon again, Kevin rises out of the water and creates an island in the sky and brings us into Fortnite Season 6. Now there's zombies on the map, quad crashers, 6 shooters, shadow stones, balloons, and a very interesting battle pass. And another live event happens, making Kevin unstable and explodes, sending us to a white room where we meet this butterfly and we get sent to Fortnite Season 7. Fortnite added the first ever mythic into the game, which was the Infinity Blade. The community was not happy. It was a really fun item, but it was just way too overpowered. The Ice King is on the map and he's been collecting energy in this ball and sends a huge ice storm throughout the whole map, and now the map is covered in ice. Polar Peak and Frosty Flights are in the game with planes, driftboards, wraps, and creative mode is finally out. People are loving this creative mode, and this guy named Scissors drops a death run and everyone is trying to beat it. And the best part is that you can finally practice building in creative mode and everyone is doing that. This is pretty much when sweats started to appear, and with sweats comes stretch res. Soon we get arena added to the game with Glider Deploy, Siphon, and the first ever Fortnite concert, the Marshmallow concert.
Oh! Oh, wow! Yo! My God! Yo!
Soon comes Fortnite Season 8. With a random volcano on the map, Lazy Lagoon, cannons, flint knocks, treasure maps, ballers, and a pirate-themed battle pass. Fortnite soon announces something very iconic, the World Cup. With a $30 million prize pool, this was the largest prize pool an esports tournament has ever done. To qualify, you had to compete in online events taking place over 10 weeks between April and June of 2019. Each week occurred in solos and duos. All regions were separated, and the highest scores from each region would get to the finals in New York. Before the World Cup, Fortnite is preparing for the unvaulting event. We get sucked into the middle of Loot Lake, putting us in this room with vaulted items. And by pickaxing them, you were voting for them to be unvaulted. And pretty much whatever item had the most votes would get unvaulted the next season. Which wasn't too far, because after that, we were sent back onto the map and the volcano started erupting. It shot out a massive rock and it destroyed our beloved tilted towers. The whole island was getting destroyed, and Jonesy runs into a bunker with Peely and hides there. Fortnite Season 9. Jonesy finally gets out of the bunker with Peely. Well, kinda. He came out as a smoothie. After the map getting destroyed, it was reconstructed with a futuristic theme. Now there's Neo Tilted, Mega Mall, Slipstreams, Chug Splashes, and the pump gets vaulted. The pump got replaced with the combat shotgun. Now it's time for the World Cup. 40 million people competed for the World Cup, but only 100 qualified to get a chance at winning $3 million. And only one player wins that $3 million. That one person was Booga. Booga destroyed everyone and was crowned the World Cup champion and won $3 million.
There's no way anyone beats him! Your Fortnite World Champion! Booga!
This is when parents started to finally realize that playing video games can actually make you a living. Anyway, back to the map. There's now a pressure plant inside of the volcano, and a huge mech has been built in it. Because there's a monster in the water, the mech starts to fight the monster on the map in the Monster vs. Mech live event. The monster grabs a 0 point, but then the mech comes and stabs the monster in the eye, killing him.
Oh! Yes! Yes!
After the event, the 0 point became unstable, taking us into Fortnite Season X. The old Dusty Depot is back, and there's a massive meteor in the sky. Gotham City is here. There's a Borderlands collab POI, and if you go there, you gain shield. Greasy Grove now has this thing called Taco Time.
Dead. I got one shot. Fucking taco time!
You can turn into props now, and then there are the mechs that are really overpowered.
What are the odds? The max! Why the f are they a fucking thing, dude?
Near the end of the season, Fortnite announces this event called The End. We finally meet this group of people called the Seven. Apparently they have escaped the game of Fortnite, but nobody knows what this means. The Seven sends rocket ships and a meteor crashing into the 0 point, causing a massive black hole and pulling everyone and everything into it.
It's a black hole! Oh, the battle bus! Everything Yo, there's no way this is real, right? There's no way. This is actually happening right now? This is real life.
Now there's just a screen with a black hole and everyone's confused. And most people think Fortnite's gone. Fortnite Chapter 2.
It's beautiful.
We now have a completely new map. There's swimming, fishing, boats, upgrade benches, new weapons, the mythic goldfish, a random bunker. The season had a great start, but Epic just stopped updating the game for some reason. The season just kept on getting delayed and ended up becoming the longest season ever. Until Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2. The agency is here, there's vaults, helicopters, a Deadpool collab, and the Travis Scott concert. The season was great for creators as lockdowns were happening during this time, and viewer counts were going over the roof. Streamers were enjoying the season, but eventually they got bored and ended up switching to other games. But during all this, under the agency, Midas was building a device that would stop the storm from closing in. When he was done building it, it started the Doomsday Lab event. The device rose up to the top of the agency and shot out beams, which stopped the storm from closing. And then a boost of white energy sent us to this random office where we met Agent Jonesy. They had a plan to turn the storm into water. Agent Jonesy works for an organization called the Imagined Order, whose mission is to keep the 0 point safe and maintain Fortnite's loop. Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3. The water was all over the map but slowly drained throughout the season. But the season also contained the Authority, the Fortilla, Catty Corner, Coral Castle, drivable cars, the charged shotgun, and a lawsuit with Apple. And I guess Apple wanted to get revenge, so they removed Fortnite from the App Store and they pretty much ended Fortnite Mobile. Soon, when all the water drained, Epic released Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 4. The season was a whole collab with Marvel, with Stark Industries on the map, Stark Rifles, Iron Man mythics, Doctor Doom mythics, and many more mythics. The pump is finally back. The season is going great, but people started to see Galactus in the sky. With each update, he kept getting closer, and he eventually got on the map and brought us the Devourer of All Worlds live event. Galactus came to eat the 0 point, but that didn't happen because we fed him a few battle buses and he blew up. Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5. There's a Coliseum, a new version of Tilted, sand tunneling, which was removed for most of the season, bounties, gold, NPCs, a new rarity called Exotic, and the pump is gone again, replacing it with the lever shotgun. This wasn't the greatest season, but soon came Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6. Agent Jonesy leaves the Imagined Order and meets with the Foundation, who traps himself inside of the 0 point in an event that happened at the beginning of the season. With the new season, there's now a big spire in the middle of the map, a crafting system, primal weapons, which some were really bad, but some are also really OP. There was the makeshift weapons that were straight up garbage, and bows. Everyone is hating on the season. The weapons were really bad, and it was just boring. But soon came Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7. Aliens came with a big mothership in the sky with UFOs, gravitrons, prop guns, the chimera gun, railguns, recon scanners, and the aliens are abducting POIs, but the Imagined Order had a plan to put bombs under the next POI and send us into the mothership and blow it up, which wasn't a good idea because the Imagined Order betrayed us, but Kevin came out of nowhere and saved us.
My God.
Oh, Kevin is now nice. He's blue.
Oh, reboot? We're rebooting Kevin?
And the plan ended up working. The mothership blew up and we all flew out of it with cubes falling out of the sky and took us into Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8. Kevin is back on the map with blue Kevins and gold Kevins, weird rock creatures, the pyramid, and late game arena. People are starting to get bored of the Chapter 2 island, but Epic was ready for this because soon they got us ready for another end event. The Cube Queen opens up a portal with the pyramid, which causes a bunch of UFOs to come out of it, and the rock comes to save us by flipping the entire map, eliminating the Cube Queen, and bringing us into Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 1. A new map, sliding, Spider-Man and his mythics, Clombo, tornadoes, and lightning. And soon comes Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2. Fortnite did something no one thought they would do. They removed building for 2 weeks. During the season, Fortnite added a new game mode called Zero Build, which is pretty much those 2 weeks without building, but instead of permanent mode. This new Zero Build mode brought back lots of streamers that ended up leaving Fortnite. But back to the storyline. The Imagined Order and the Seven are in a war against each other. The Imagined Order built Collider to destroy the island, but the Seven also had a plan. They have been rebuilding the mech on the moon, and during the collision event, it arrived to save the island. We destroyed the Collider and we meet this guy named Geno, taking us into Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 3. After the war, everyone is just vibing with the new reality tree, rideable animals, and Darth Vader. As we're enjoying our time, something is watching us. The Herald has a plan. A plan taking us into Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 4. There is now Chrome all over the map, taking some of the 7 members from us. The Herald brings us the Fractured Lab event, which is known as the worst lab event in Fortnite history. In the Fractured Lab event, we fight off the Herald with guns, which didn't really work. She became massive and turned the whole map into Chrome, which also killed her, and the whole map blew up. Soon we get sent to space where we see pieces of islands, where we're given a task to pick up these 0-point fragments so we can rebuild a new map, taking us into Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1. New graphics, dirt bikes, augments, and a gun that shoots explosive blades. Now there's this new organization called the Oathbound. Their task was to build this massive rift gate, but once it was done being built, it exploded and it created a rift in the sky, taking us into Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2. Mega City, grind rails, and a new ranked mode. Fortnite removed Arena and replaced it with a new game mode called Ranked, with a completely new ranking system including ranks like Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Elite, Champion, and Unreal. With this new ranked mode, Siphon was removed. During the season, we could see cracks on the ground, eventually taking us to Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3. New jungle biome, vines, mud, rideable dinosaurs, and Optimus Prime. This new season didn't have much content, but thankfully soon came a new season. Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 4. Eclipse Estate, heist bags, rocket rams, business turrets, new vaults, and a new character named Kato Thorn, who has been working on a time machine during the season to bring us into Fortnite OG. This season didn't really have anything to do with Fortnite's storyline. They just needed a way to bring back Chapter 1 while it still made sense because people were starting to get bored of the game and they had to act fast. So they decided to bring us this season, which was literally just Chapter 1.
We're back! We're back!
It had everything Chapter 1 had, but with the Chapter 3 movement and the new UI. And most importantly, they brought back nostalgia.
OG Fortnite.
OG Fortnite.
OG Fortnite.
OG Fortnite.
OG Fortnite.
OG Fortnite.
The season broke records. Fortnite said that there was almost 45 million players on the game when the season came out. Sadly, the season had to come to an end as it only lasted a month. At the end of the season, we were introduced to a live event called the Big Bang, which was pretty much the original end event, but instead of a black hole, it was the Big Bang. In the Bang, we were shown many collabs Epic had ready for us in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 1. Trains, medallions that passively healed us, weapon mods, car skins, mantling, walking while healing, new walking animation, and Peter Griffin. Just a few days later, on December 7th, we got Lego Fortnite. It's basically Minecraft, but instead of square blocks, it was Lego blocks. And almost every skin was converted into Lego, so it could be compatible with Lego Fortnite. The next day on December 8th, Fortnite released Rocket Racing, which is Fortnite's version of a car racing game with a Rocket League collab. So we can use our cars from Rocket League in Rocket Racing. The following day on December 9th, we got Fortnite Festival. Think of it as Guitar Hero, but Fortnite. Fortnite was prepared for this game mode as they had many collabs with artists like The Weeknd with the popular emote. And Moneymaker sang the song.
With the popular, how you just with the popular, everybody scream, Mr. Popular.
It was almost the end of the season and there were many earthquakes happening around the map, causing a large hand to come out of the ground, holding a huge chest, which ended up being a mini live event where everyone as a community had to work together to break the chains off the hand. When it finally broke, we got to see what was inside of this chest. What was inside of the chest was a beam of light with evil souls. These evil souls being released brought us into Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. Greek gods, thunderbolts, and wings of Icarus. Zeus, who is the king of gods, is mad at us for releasing the evil and becomes the new villain on the island. We teamed up with the mortals to defeat Zeus. By the end of the season, we were brought a new live event. In this event, the Mount Olympus statue uses power to strike Pandora's box with lightning, and it ended up exploding, taking us into Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3. Overpowered cars, wasteland biome, and nitro. This guy named Megalodon is focused on taking control over the wasteland, with pipelines going to redline rigs so he can take nitro from there. At the end of the season, we blew up this pipeline, making it so Megalodon can't steal any of the nitro, bringing us into Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 4. Fortnite brings a new Marvel season collab with Dr. Doom Mythics and Captain America's shield. All this time, Dr. Doom was getting Megalon to do this just so he could take all the power from Pandora's box and become even more powerful. Doom brought Emma Frost and Mysterio to help him with his new plan, which is just to take over the map. But the heroes on the map will stop that by building rift beacons. These rift beacons made Doom weaker so we could actually fight him. After we fought Doom, we were brought to Fortnite Remix. Now rappers are taking over the map like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ice Spice, and Juice WRLD. This season wasn't exactly a part of the storyline like Fortnite OG. It was more just to bring back the nostalgia. At the end of the season, there was a live event with every rapper from the season making a performance. Now we get sent to Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 1. Japanese mythology, Oni masks, samurais, and Godzilla. There's this new character named the Night Rose who has been possessed by a really powerful Oni. She wishes to break free, but it's just not that easy. Shogun X is now here being summoned through a portal. This is now the new villain on the island, as his plan is to drain the island with spirit energy. This guy named Daigo finds Shogun's X knowledge about the 0 point, which he uses that knowledge to defeat Shogun X, taking us into Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2. Crime, banks, wrapping pickles, and Bitcoin. The island is in chaos because of a gold rush. This wolf named Fletcher Kane is a powerful crime boss. He takes over the map and overly taxes everyone on their gold transactions. As the season has just come to a start, I'm sure it's also just the start of the Fortnite storyline. It's insane to think how this game has been out for almost 8 years. In the last 8 years, not one game has become as big as Fortnite has. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these documentary videos on my channel, and comment